Oh man, my fault. My fault. I'm sorry. Wrong show.
Do you hear that? Is it supposed to sound like this?
Mr. Deity, I think it sounds great. Mr. Deity.
All right. Yo, this is another episode of AEOOOOhhh, Empire of Our Own, a quickie in the night. You know, I did 2 quickies today, so I'm going to be real tired tomorrow. I was thinking about apologizing for having a breakdown in the first show, but hell, that's me. You know, I'm passionate about what I do. I feel what I do, right? Because I feel that this is my last stand, and this is the last year I could do it because I'm getting a little bit too old to actually be out necessarily in the trenches. I could be close to the trenches, but I won't be as effective because I'm almost totally removed from the generations that's coming now. So podcasting, YouTubing, and stuff like that is my last bastion. Is in a sense my last stand. All right. So what I want to talk with you about today is who's certifying you, because the queen of the damn universe told me about another story about a girl, I think in Michigan, who got jumped in a bathroom about some boy by about 5 girls, and they beat this girl within an inch of her life. And then later on this week, earlier this week, the girl ended up dying from her injuries. And I am baffled. I am amazed by the buffoonery, the fuckery, and the white magic, right? Because this brings me to what I want to talk with you about. And this is going to kind of take us off topic, but I'm going to bring it back around. So listen up, right? I was watching a movie called St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues was a movie that featured a major musical talent and musical genius in the black community. And it was about the life of an amazing man in black music. The brother who played the starring role was Nat King Cole, and he was playing a character by the name of W.C. Handy. And St. Louis Blues was a major song that W.C. Handy created. Now, give you a little back history, then I'm going to pull it all together. W.C. Handy grew up in a church, and his father was the pastor of a church, and according to the movie, his father was very strict, and his father didn't want him to do anything but music that was praising the Lord. Right? That's it. And W.C. Handy was a man that loved his father and loved God in his own way. Right? But he was tormented because he loved music. And when he heard the jazz or the blues that was hot in that day, he took a liking to it and started being able to compose music. And he composed music in private, working for some of these clubs, and eventually started getting money. So he tried to turn the money over to the father. The father rejected the money. You're serving Satan. Oh, we don't want this money. We don't want your money because you're serving Satan. But Pops is music. You know what I'm saying? That regular argument that we have in the black community. Black community is so spiritual that we are of no earthly good, it seems, some goddamn times. And we really need to get clear on that. Because spirituality is supposed to bring a balance. It's supposed to be a balance between the spiritual and the material, because you can't exist without it. You can't exist without the material, goddammit. So stop trying. You know what I'm saying? We done tried that shit for 400 years. Now let's balance it out. All right, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, bring it back around to our baby dying in the bathroom, right? Bring it back around to the baby dying in the bathroom. So here we go. Now, so W.C. Handy is trying to get the love of the father. He tried to get the love of the Lord. And in the process, by him writing the music and getting totally away from his father, he goes blind. Mysteriously, he goes blind. The doctors can't say why he went blind, but the boy went blind because his daddy had basically drove him crazy. Thinking he basically putting a curse on the boy that if he didn't serve the Lord, he was going to be punished by God. And since the boy grew up in the church with his father as the pastor and the father being able to throw a mental curse on him, he received the curse and went blind. So he had to learn to play the piano blind. He had to get around blind. And for a long time, he struggled around being blind. And then one day, he finally got his sight back when his aunt started talking with him and shit, right? He started getting his sight back. He got his sight back, and he still strayed away from the music that he was naturally good at, the music that attracted him, because he thought that this music was coming from the devil. But a loose woman that he had made songs for, went to New York City from St. Louis, went to New York City and became a star. And they wanted to premiere W.C. Handy's music called the St. Louis Blues at one of the major opera houses. So they wanted to get W.C. Handy there, and they wanted to get his father there. So they got the father there, and the father, after listening to this white man talk about how great his son's music was, and listened to the high yellow woman tell her how great his son's music was, he finally accepted his son's music. And his son finally was able to have a relationship with his father. Now, the question I'm asking is, the only reason that father was able to accept his son's music was the fact that a white man told him that it was good music. The white man certified him. Now, the question I got to ask you is, who's certifying you? And better yet, even deeper, who's certifying your children? Right? Who's certifying your children's behavior and making it okay for your children to feel that they could go into a bathroom and beat the shit out of somebody? Because this ain't just happening in Detroit. This ain't just happening in Michigan. This is happening everywhere, right? Who certifies your children and make them think it's all right to shoot each other? Who certifies your children and makes them think that it's okay to do some of the shit that they do? Who's certifying you, and who's certifying our children to do the shit that they're doing? Because we got to face the fact, right? Because I'm starting to wonder, man, are our chickens coming home to roost? You see, because I was thinking about freedom this morning, and the freest that I am is when I am on a mic, right? When I'm able to do this, because I love this, you know, I love doing this, right? And I'm free, right? And I just fall into a zone. A lot of people don't understand that shit, right? Because a lot of people don't get a chance to really experience freedom, right? And freedom is not, in a sense, a goal. Freedom is a moment that you prepare for, right? It takes preparation, right? I didn't just start. I'm not new at doing this shit. I'm not new at. Before there was a podcast, I was doing this, right? I was practicing through the blessing of my brother Quojo and his new harvest for 2 to 3 years when we had the open mic poetry. I was practicing, right? Through Dr. Kelsey and through Jerry Saunders at APDS, through Tara Hassa and all the gigs that she done helped me get. I've been practicing through helping young people my whole life. I've been practicing this shit. And I get to experience freedom when I'm on the mic. And black folks, we got to understand that freedom is an experience that you can only have when you prepare for it. I don't have to worry about a motherfucking script because it is very rare. It would have to be some super traumatic, super unusual situation for me not to be able to have some shit to say. You know why? Because I have practiced and prepared for it. I'm freer than a motherfucker on this mic. So I certified myself. I have prepared for my freedom. I don't need nobody's certification to tell me that I'm good at what I do. I don't need nobody's validation to say that I'm good, to tell me that I'm good at what I do. I have certified, matter of fact, I have certified myself to a point that I can present myself to the elders, and my elders certify me. Right? Now, question is, who certified you? And in you seeking your certification, right, have you neglected the fact that your children are seeking certification? And you have done like the big businesses done, right? You have outsourced your ability to certify your children. Now your children is out in the street looking for certification. So they will hang with a group of girls that will convince each one of them that it's okay to go in the bathroom and beat the shit out somebody. They will hang with a group of boys and certify that it's okay for them to go and shoot motherfuckers, or rob motherfuckers, or steal cars. Right? We're not certifying our children because we're not certifying ourselves, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Listen. We got to stop giving away our power because our children recognize us giving away our power, and they're looking for validation. And they're not looking for validation in this world. They're looking for validation in a world that has been created for them, that they think they created themselves. Right? When we started trying to create our own world in my generation, it was called hip-hop. Right? Even though everybody didn't call it hip-hop at the time, or some people didn't even have the conscience to put a term on it. We had a lifestyle that we were striving to do. And the elders, unfortunately, did everything that they could, at least in my environment, to try to crush what the fuck we was doing. But we still did it because we were seeking self-validation. We were seeking certification because our elders wasn't certifying us because they were sending us. It was sending us in droves to be certified by others. Like W.C. Handy. And many of us grew up going culturally blind because our parents put us in situations where we wasn't accepted unless we accepted totally the untruths that we were told. I just want y'all to think about that, right? Who's certifying us? And who's certifying our children? And making it okay for us to do violent and deadly harm to each other? Who's certifying us? Who's certifying us in the skills of violence? Who's certifying us in the skills of disrupting class? Who's certifying us, right? Who's certifying us? And maybe we need to fire the certifier and become the certifier of our children. We need to certify their friends. We need to certify the groups that they hang with. We need to certify the fact whether or not they date or not. We need to certify every aspect of our children's lives so that we can start getting control of this shit that's going on. Because I'm telling you right now, man, if parents, see, because we like, you know, I mean, it's like, yeah, I feel that there are deeper issues and economic issues and all that shit, but, and I have to say a strong but we have always been able to do so much with so little. What has changed? What has changed? I know crack swept through and fucked us up. I know, but we know that now, right? We have remedies. We have groups. We have stuff that we could get involved with, and even if we don't want to save ourselves, let's save our babies, man. All right, yo, this brother Hatim. This is a evening quickie. I'm exactly at 15 minutes, so with that, I am out.